Finally. Hello, hello, hello. Holy cow, that was quite the little meltdown there on Facebook. Annie, can you invite people while I sage and ground my energies a little bit? So it seems like I'm just going to take some time to ground these energies. And let's sage our space. Hi, Adriana. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, this sage is for our group and our virtual space here. May it help Facebook and help everybody to be able to get on the live video. Chris is saying that he can't see my live video, so this is fun. Really get a good sage going. Hi, Maria. Mary, you talking about the sage? Blowing right up the nose. Oh, you're funny. So yeah, so let's kind of ground these energies a little bit. Let's ask Archangel Michael to come in and surround this virtual video. Please help him, get him to help everyone to be able to connect during these solar storms. They're kind of causing a lot of havoc here on Facebook. So if Archangel Michael could just help everyone to find that window of connection to be able to jump on. Annie, are you inviting people? You or Mary? Man, this is so weird. It's so crazy the effects. Hi, Christy. These storms can have on people, let alone like Facebook and stuff. It just shows. So I'm just gonna give us a little bit of time because mine glitched out for quite a bit there. Thank you, Annie. Thank you, Mary. You guys are sweet. I love you. We're doing the double duty with the Palo Santo here. Getting that all over my pants. I'm getting your messages and watching your video. It's not showing up in the group page though, and on your video page there is no slide board to add a comment and see the comments. Hi, Chris. Okay, so Chris is here. At least I know that you can connect. You can message me on Messenger and I will tell everyone your comments. That's so funny. I wasn't able to comment in my own event. It wouldn't let me. I couldn't like, excuse me, I couldn't like anybody's posts. I couldn't do anything. And I knew I could get the notifications that people were messaging me on Messenger, but I wasn't receiving it. It was so weird. I'm gonna make you sneeze. You're so sensitive, Mary. I love it. It's good. We need a good clearing out of energies. All right. Okay, so I can see people are jumping on and off. I'm just gonna get going and we can watch the replay if we need to. It just is what it is today. Should be interesting. I've got acupuncture later, so I'm grateful for that. Okay, so my spiritual path is where I'm gonna start. It's not a very long path. I was religious I was into Christianity for my adolescence. I was really drawn to the concept of a God, of love and light and that kind of stuff, and that's kind of how I discovered my sensitivities. I later ended up in a relationship. I had a lot of bad relationships. I'm not going to do my whole rap sheet. I am being chosen to become a shaman. I definitely you don't choose to be a shaman, you get chose to be a shaman, and it usually means that you have had a near-death experience, a severe illness. I've kind of had a lot of these things, so my rap sheet's pretty big, but this was a pivotal moment for me. I was in a relationship, and he was an alcoholic, and he had to go away to treatment, and I think that was the tipping point in my life where I started to feel like I think maybe I need to go get some help. Like, I'm not okay. He had a seizure. It was pretty traumatic. It was a really rough go for me. That year was not easy. I don't remember a lot of that year. He went away for 10 months. And I paid $13.50 in rent, and I worked 16 hours a day, 5 days a week, plus another 8 hours on the 6th day. And I think some of that was also because I didn't really know how to emotionally deal with everything. So I started counseling because I was part of a hospital union that offered counseling, and the universe brought me to a counselor that immediately said, I think you need to look up codependency. And I was like, what? What? What the heck does that mean? And she's like, go home, look it up, next session we'll talk about it. And I looked it up, and I started looking up, some of the I don't want to say side effects, but some of what makes you up, your personality traits, because you're codependent, kind of really hit home for me. And I went back and I said, oh my goodness, this is me. How do I fix this? And she goes, well, it's not necessarily about fixing. It's about, acknowledging and learning how to work with that. And I did a lot of therapy with that. So that brought me to Melody Beattie. She wrote Codependent No More. So Codependent No More was I think it was Codependency was her first book, and then Codependent No More. So Codependency was a pivotal book for me. It was an aha moment as to understand why I had such a sensitivity to people. It was, understanding that it's normal that, I was able to assess an entire room of people. Part of that, is gifts, but part of that is also being codependent. And so I started reading all of Melody Beattie's codependency books and got into Codependent No More, where she starts talking and teaching about chakras. So that was my big spiritual introduction was chakras. And I took everything that woman said so seriously and so embodied it and just threw myself at anything she suggested. So when she said chakras, I started learning as much as I could. At that time, I was pretty young. That was probably about 10 years ago. And started working on my chakras. I mean, not to the knowledge that I did this past year, but I mean, I was attempting and getting into this spiritual path. And, having the side effect of being a workaholic was a bit of a slowdown on my path. So I didn't excel the way that I did this past year because I was too busy working myself to death, literally. So, all your past, no matter what you take, always end up leading back to where you're meant to be. Sometimes they can be, a little detour. Sometimes they're the straighter path. There's no need to stress about it because ultimately the universe is always trying to guide you back to where you're meant to be. So for me, I took a little detour, which is fine because that's the lessons that I was, it was important for my soul to learn. Was, this is what happens to you when you, miss 6 years of your life working. Yes, you don't have to deal with emotions, but emotions start manifesting in your body was what I started learning. So fast forward, I basically got to the end of my chef career, and that's a very dysfunctional environment. It's fast, it's stressful, it's chaotic, and after it's been about 14 years now, but at that point it was about 12, it's been about 12 years of it. I had finally made it up to a chef position. I was running a kitchen, and my girlfriend came to work with me, and she was talking about, oh, there you go. She was able to, she helped me. She was somebody that I could rely on because I basically took on a position where I had to teach, young kids how to cook in a stressful environment and, be the mom of the kitchen. So it was a lot of work on me, and it was really nice to have her there. But we had previously lived together here in the Okanagan, and she kept saying, I really miss the Okanagan, I really miss this, and I said, stop, and something inside of my soul was like, you gotta go back, there's something about the Okanagan that I needed to be here, and I kept ignoring it because I was like, that's 6-hour drive from Vancouver, and it's not a small move, to just up and stop and go back seemed pretty crazy in my rational mind, because that's what society makes you think. That's crazy, you shouldn't do that, don't follow your heart, that's crazy. But after about a summer of it, I ended up being convinced I couldn't. It's the call inside my heart got so strong that I was like, I'm depressed, I'm unhappy. I came back here to be with my family, and I see my family less than I did when I was 5 hours away. I talk to them less. I felt very alone. It was really coming, my spiritual awakening was coming to a head with depression for sure. I was, trying everything that I could, basically wrong to my body. So I was almost 200 pounds. I drank every night, at least a half a bottle of wine, if not a whole bottle of wine. I ate terrible food, low vibration foods. I was just everything that I could do to abuse myself. And I just up and moved, and it was not an easy transition, but I got out here and I instantly, my entire energetic makeup felt different. I wasn't like, I was like, oh, floating on cloud nine, but I felt energetically different. And then that was February, so about a month later, I had a Thrive convention that I was going back to the island for, and ended up, the universe and synchronicities brought me back to the island, and that's when I found out that my mom passed away. She took her life, and for me, that was something that I wasn't expecting. My mom was a residential school survivor. So for those of you that don't know that, Canada's history, a lot of the churches, the bigger, higher up churches, made a rule where all Native children were taken away from their families and boarded in these schools, and they weren't allowed to speak their language. They weren't allowed to anything to do with heritage. Basically, they were given like a number. It was like cultural genocide, essentially. So my mom was one of those survivors and had a really, really tough go. So she was a drug addict as a result. She didn't know how to deal with anything. She was really sensitive soul. Her and I connected on like a really, really strong level. Out of the three of us children, it was her and I that had a real like soul connection. So I kind of like was already, when your parent is like that, or anybody in your life, you learn to start expecting, like, I'm grateful for this day with them, because who knows about tomorrow? You just don't. And finding out that she took her life, I found was something that I didn't mentally prepare for, so made it harder for me, which is I'm grateful for now. In the long run, this was a huge, huge blessing in my life. So nothing to feel sorry for. I mean, it's sad because I lost my mom, but everybody loses their mom at some point. So she was a catalyst in my life. It basically made me, I was already kind of questioning my reality. I was like, my career, I just spent 12, 13 years doing this, and I hate it. I'm not happy. My body's falling apart. I'm overweight. I'm depressed. Like, I just can't. So I already had started being like, there's got to be more in my life. So once that happened, it just hit me off, and I was like, no. So I left cooking for about a year. I stopped and I started cleaning because I'm a clean freak and I love cleaning. So it was less stress. It was exactly what I needed. And I found that once my mom had passed away, I really started coming into myself. I started being like, there's more to this life. And I don't know how to explain it, but I always knew that I was going to, on a subconscious level, be able to speak to spirits. I knew that. I didn't know how. I didn't know any of that stuff. So when my mom passed away, the reason that I even started this path was I wanted to talk to her. I was like, I'm gonna talk to my mom, and not like, oh, I'm just, I'm going to decide. Like, it's like I knew it deep down that I would be able to communicate with her if I could figure out how to get to that state, that area. So that was the beginning of my path, and it's just been a kaleidoscope of synchronicities ever since. Literally, I've been incredibly guided in my life. I have been on a very fast track, but I think that that's because there's a lot of big things, a lot of stuff that Spirit has decided that I have a purpose for, and I got to get there, and I can handle it. I think is the biggest thing, is being a Gemini and airy, and I'm like, learn, learn, learn. I can take on a lot, because even my Reiki teacher, she said. So we'll get to the Reiki. So my very first thing that I was introduced to was, I started through this Thrive. I started adding posts or groups that women that were in the Thrive family with me had added, because I was looking for a change. I was doing the Law of Attraction, The Secret. We were watching The Secret every day, and I wanted positivity. And there was this group called The Power of a Woman. And I'm not like a feminist. I'm not. I believe in everyone's equal. I do believe I love that, you know, women empowering women. I love that. I don't want to discredit that at all, but the Power of a Woman kind of freaked me out, because I was like, what kind of group am I getting into? Because that's not my thing. But I went in anyways, and I was introduced to Randine and Marie, who basically fast-tracked my entire spiritual journey. She opens up her heart and soul, and she is a spiritual mentor and a coach, and introduced me to the magic, the gratitude, secret, law of attraction, and I have just spiraled from there. So I met a medium named Katie Mackey, who was my mentor for probably about the last 11 months before we started vibrating away from each other, but it was beautiful. She really encouraged me about angels. That's kind of opened me up for that. But I was led to this book, You Are a Medium, and I picked it up, and there's some really good exercises. There's a test in there that you can do if you've kind of been wondering if you are, you know, meant for the mediumship path, if that's your gifts. So that's what we're going to talk about later, is some of the psychic gifts that you can have. So I have this thirst for knowledge, so it wasn't just good enough, the law of attraction. I needed to know more. I needed to know about these angels. I needed to know about astrology. I needed to know about gene keys. I needed to know about human design, and I just kept going and going and going from there. And that's when we decided, Tracy and I and Dee decided we need to start a group. Well, it was also Serena. Serena was a part of that too. We decided that we were going to start a group, because all of us were on this journey, and we felt like we're in 17,000 groups. That's an exaggeration, but we're in all these groups, and each one of them brings something to us to learn, but not one of them is a group that just teaches you everything, like all of these spiritualities. So we were like, hey, let's do that. And you know what really resonates for us, because I'm not there anymore, but when I started this path, I financially couldn't afford anything. So a lot of these groups were amazing, and there's nothing wrong with asking for money for your services. It's 100% an energetic exchange. Money is energy, so there's nothing wrong with that. I just wasn't resonating with that, because my calling was to help people that, you know, were like me. I couldn't even go out and get the book. I was like, okay, you know, we're doing the magic, but I can't, you know, get the book. So I found ways online, and it sparked between Serena and I was like, hey, why can't we tell people how to do that? Like, no, you can't get the book, the magic, but hey, look, there's, you know, things on YouTube that they read the book out to you. Like, you can watch that. Like, there's always a way to get around having to have the money. And yes, eventually you'll get there where you can manifest it and you can bring in that energy, but we were like, let's figure out how to help that. So that's how the compassion calling happened. And my gifts have just been kind of still opening. I'm still very new. This has only been about a year. When I started, I had a little bit of clairvoyance. I would say, especially through Reiki. When I was brought to Reiki, I've kind of told the story to some of my older compassion calling ladies and gents, but some of you new people don't know that I did a reading with Katie Mackey, and she said, what did she say? Oh, your mom's a butterfly. Mom comes and visits as a monarch butterfly, And I was like, oh, that's so weird. I like get followed around by monarch butterflies everywhere. And she's like, yeah, it's your mom letting you know that she's there. And I was like, that's beautiful. And then she said, she went into the whole mediumship. That was very spot on. But she said, your mom says there's a rainbow over your head. And I was like, okay, that's weird. I'm like, I don't know, Katie. Like that, no idea what that means. And the next day, my girlfriend and I were going to Penticton to do a wine tasting. Looked up in the sky and there was a fire rainbow right above my head. And that's the very next day. And I just pulled over to the side of the road and just about started crying. And she's like, what? And I was like, there's a rainbow. So rainbows and butterflies have kind of been my thing. And through my dream, I ended up having a dream of this blue butterfly. This blue butterfly flew and it went to land on my third eye. And it felt so extremely real that it woke me up out of my dream and I could still feel my forehead. Like, it was crazy. And it just landed and you could feel the wings and I just like startled awake. So I was like, blue butterfly, I think that resonates with me about my mom. So I was like, looked up blue butterfly, and blue butterfly meaning is healing. So I was like, oh, healing. And then I got into the Reiki. And I'm like, I'm not just going to go to any Reiki. I'm going to allow myself to be guided. So I decided that I wasn't going to do anyone that was here in Kelowna because none of them were feeling like I need to go do that. So I'm looking outside of Kelowna now. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to drive to go do this Reiki course. And I ended up on this site and her logo was a blue butterfly and I knew instantly. I was like, this is where I need to go. So my life has been, kind of lots of these synchronicities, and I am a big advocate for, paying attention. Like Mary and Malia kind of say, follow the syncs. Like, there's syncs all over your, synchronicities in your life everywhere. It's just whether you're awake and aware of them, because you'll always be guided. So my gifts happen to be a lot of them, but that's kind of, I mean that in like, this is a shaman has so many different things that they have to do. So they have, they can be a medium. They can speak to spirits because part of that is part of the healing. Dream work, dreams are extremely powerful for me. It's been a learning process. Dream journaling has been something extremely important to me. Meditation has been something that is 100% a rule if you want to open up your gifts. 100% a rule. Every single day, at least 5 or 10 minutes meditation. Calm yourself, center yourself, bring in the energies that you need in your life. That will help you become more aware of what your gifts are. So, my psychic gifts are all of them. So is everybody else. It's just opening and discovering them. So for the most part, clairsentience, which is feeling, I've kind of always felt, but one thing that I'm learning about my gifts is I experience them differently than some people do. A lot of people, it's internal. A lot of things are internal for people. When they see internally. I actually see through my eyes a lot of the time. Not saying I'm looking around and all of a sudden I see a different reality, but I'll see aura with my eyes. I won't see it in my mind's eye. I actually can focus and see aura on people. When I'll hear externally, like, well, there was just a voice there. It doesn't happen very often because that's a new gift for me. That's not new, it's something opening up new for me right now. So what else? Feeling, I'll feel like I actually am touched by something. Like, I'll be patted or brushed. I experience a lot of that. So that's why I wanted to share these videos, because when I talked to my mentor and I said I experienced a shaman initiation, which was actually physically seeing a spirit. A spirit came to me, and it's just kind of the initiation is almost seeing. My Reiki teacher was telling me about this because she's a shaman as well, and she said, it's seeing energetically how open you are to that world and that dimension, because it can be a lot to take in. So it's like an initiation. Let's see, are you ready for it? Are you, ease you into it, I guess, is another way to say. So I was going to the bathroom, and I remember looking up at the mirrors over on the other side of the bathroom, just in kind of like a state. And I looked over and I was like, oh, you know when the sun has got rays and you can actually see the physical rays? That was coming from my ceiling, and there's no like no window or anything. So I was like, well, that's kind of weird. And then I just kept doing my pee. And I looked back, and there was somebody standing in front of me, and I was like, what the? And I kind of remember looking, because it was like white and opaque, like almost like smoke, but not. Like, that's the best way that I can experience. I could see facial features and everything with that. And I looked back at the mirror, and I thought, as soon as my mind, not my energetic makeup and my soul, my mind kicked in and said, well, that's weird, it disappeared. And I was like, what the heck? So I talked to my mentor about it, and she is a medium, and she's like, I don't think people experience clairvoyance like that. And I actually felt really crazy, so this is why I wanted to do these videos, because you're not crazy. You're not crazy at all. We all experience these things differently, and for the most part, how people experience clairvoyance is in your third eye. So there's different ways. For me, clairvoyance, when it started out, was not like watching a movie. It was not clear. It was paying attention. I could see colors. When I first started meditating, it was colors. I was like, oh, there's like actually energetic waves of colors that I can see. And then from there, it kind of started when I did Reiki sessions and I meditated and closed my eyes and did distance. I would get images, but the images were not color. They were not, you know, vibrant and easy to pick up. They were fast. They were almost fuzzy. Like, the best way to explain it is, you know, watching a TV with the fuzzy black and white. It's like I could make something out in that all of a sudden. I was like, oh, there's an animal there. Oh, there's somebody there. So it takes, you know, time to develop. Now it's become more of like, I can actually physically see color. I can see more of like a picture. It's more of like a movie-esque vision for me, but it was not like that when I first started out. So for me, connecting my gifts was not, it was not what I intended it. It was not what I thought. I thought I'd close my eyes and I'd see this vision, and that was clairvoyance. So sharing these stories, I think, are really good for people that, you know, have not quite opened up to that yet. It can help you become more aware of, hey, maybe I actually have. And all of these gifts, it's getting your mind out of the way. So when I start any kind of meditation, any kind of anything, I ask Archangel Michael in. He's somebody that I work with personally every single time I do anything, a Reiki session, meditation, a journey, anything. I call him in, I ask for his protection, and then I ask him to help me set my ego, critical, and rational mind to the side, because it gets in the way. We love our ego. It's there for protection, but we don't need that protection right off. When we're safe and we're protected, we don't need that. We've got Archangel Michael there. So I just ask him, you know, to help with that, because what we're trying to do is use our imagination, because that's what psychic gifts essentially are, kind of your imagination. It's an energy, using your imagination in different ways in your body, in your physical energetic makeup. And when you allow that mind, that ego, to get in the way, you are letting fear and cancellation, and then you're not going to open up. So I found that, as I'm getting all excited, I'm like short of breath because I'm like, ah. So I found that was a huge tool for myself. And just hold on, my room is so cool. If I leave it open, he's just going to come in and start talking and not realize I'm doing a video. So for me, that is a huge, huge thing. When I meditate, I always ask for the ego, critical, and rational mind to the side. I think that's as much as I want to talk about myself, because that was like verbal diarrhea there. And I'd like to go into a few little exercises that I found in these books that I have, because they are amazing. So this one is The Power of Angels. These are in the list in the files. I know you can't really see it because of all the glare. In the list of books, spiritual books and guidance books that you can read in our files tab. So if you want to know them, just let me know and I'll find it in the files tab. So I think it's this one. God, my hair is so long. Healing and preparing your vibration. This is one that I would like to do. You're welcome. I hope I didn't go too long. Oh, I went half an hour. That's pretty good. Okay, exercise. Ground your energy and make it sparkle. This is a good one. The following is a very powerful exercise to help you clear any accumulation of psychic stress and energetic pollution contained within your aura. This will help you quickly regain balance and harmony in your vibration, store your aura power, and increase your physical energy levels. Exercise, ground your energy and make it sparkle. All right. So we can just kind of close our eyes and take a deep breath and just with our energy a little bit, because I can feel myself getting all excited. So you're going to visualize an energy bubble of vibrant white light or golden light surrounding your entire body and aura. Use the affirmation, "Divine light protects me." Settle yourself into a comfortable breathing rhythm. Begin by taking a few long, slow, deep breaths in through the nose and out through your mouth, as this will help get the energy flowing in your body. It gets your chi moving. When you breathe in, imagine the aura around you expanding, and when you breathe out, feel yourself relaxing more deeply into this several times. So keep doing it, keep until you start feeling. Hold the mental intention that you are now going to clear your body and your aura of all psychic stress and energetic pollution by grounding them. Focus your awareness on the soles of your feet and vividly imagine a tube of golden light coming from each foot and running deep down into the center of the earth. These tubes of light are your grounding cords, and they are going to be used to empty any psychic stress and energetic pollution from your body and your aura into the earth to ground and neutralize. Please know that the earth itself will not be affected by these negative energies, as the healing power of the earth's energy will ground and neutralize them. The gravity of the earth is going to help to pull out the toxic low energies within your aura, just as a vacuum cleaner will suck up debris from the floor. Next, you are going to use the color gray to help represent any psychic stress and energetic pollution. This will help you easily visualize moving negative energies out of your system more effectively, as you cannot physically see energy. Yes, you can. Just not all the time, and not all of us. Let's begin. Mentally instruct that any psychic stress and energetic pollution held within your body and aura immediately leave you through your golden grounding cords. Visualize the psychic stress as a gray, smoky energy cloud as from your body and aura and into the grounding cords. The grounding cords will quickly suck the energy away from you by sending it deep into the ground. This should take a few minutes. Bye, Chris. Once you have finished this process, it is time to fill up your body and the aura with new and vibrant energies. You will be using vitalizing energy from the earth and also life force energy from God. Red will be used as the color of earth energy, which is very energizing, and white will be used as the color for life force energy, which is vitalizing, purifying, and nourishing. Next, hold the mental intention that you are going to energize your body with earth energy and life force energy. Visualize red earth energy flowing up from the ground, up through your golden grounding cords, through the soles of your feet, up your legs, and into your base chakra, which is your first main energy center located at the base of your spine, also your root chakra. The base chakra will help this energy. The base chakra will process this energy to help your body and aura. Now visualize some brilliant white life force energy flowing into your crown chakra, which is the energy center located at the top of your head. The crown chakra will process the white light and send it along the central energy channel in your body so that all the other chakras will receive some. You can also imagine your entire physical body and aura being bathed in purifying white light and energy, helping to make your energy vibration sparkle. Finally, visualize your golden grounding cords releasing from your feet and disappearing into the ground, and then finish by repeating the following grounding affirmations 3 times. I am clear, I am grounded, I am balanced. Well done. You have actively helped to clear, heal, energize, and vitalize your body. So that's the grounding exercise. This book is amazing, by the way. Okay, clairaudience. Also, how to hear. Clair is a French term that is translates as clear. Clairaudience, therefore, means clear hearing. By adjusting your energy frequency, which simply means that you raise your vibration into an altered meditative state, you will then be able to clear a space within your intuitive mind through which you can receive angelic information or from spirit, which will enter via your thought process. These thoughts come from a spiritual source and not from your own thinking. To begin with, the information you receive is often delivered to you in a very subtle way, so much so that you can easily feel as though you are making it all up. This is because the message you receive will still sound like your own unique mental voice. It is very rare that you will hear otherworldly voices talking to you inside your head. Remember, the angels will mostly use your own mental thought process to reach you. So this is what you are waiting to hear. You will be waiting a very long time, and you will miss out on the loving, wise guidance. There are certain times, however, when the angels will use a clear, loud, physical voice to speak directly to you. Usually this happens in the case of an emergency as an avenue for them to quickly deliver a helpful warning to you. This is known as angelic intervention or divine intervention. When angels use physical sound to speak to us, angelic intervention, hearing your name called upon awakening or from sleep, high-pitched ringing noise in your ears, celestial music, and other people's conversations. So you can become aware of what I've noticed is my ears always ring, but I'll get specific tones all of a sudden, and it's usually when I'm saying something or something's happening as like a sign to let me know. Okay, let me get to the exercise. Alright, how to distinguish between real angelic information and false guidance. If you hear anything coming through that is not in alignment with divine love, you can be sure that it will be your imagination doing the talking, or some interference from a low-level spirit giving you false guidance. Your guardian angel and all other angelic beings will always bring the feeling of love, support, joy, peace, and safety when they communicate with you. If you feel fearful at any time, simply stop the connection and do the grounding exercise from chapter 2, which is what we just did. You have nothing to fear when the angels are near. So when you're trying to discover like the difference between your thoughts and the angel's thoughts, if you're getting any kind of intuitive negativity, odds are it's not something that you should be following, period. It's your ego, it's something else. Angels will never demand that you do anything, especially anything destructive or harmful to yourself or others. Angels are loving, peaceful beings with honor who honor your free will. False guidance, usually your ego, will attempt to continuously praise you. Angels will offer you a glimpse of your greatest potential and encourage you to reach it, but not to the point where they always need to praise you. Developing clairaudience. Natural clairaudience are those who are really good listeners. They will often work in the profession of caregivers, teachers, healers, and musicians. Natural clairaudience are also extra sensitive to noise. If you do not like loud noises, loud music, or living in a noisy environment, your heightened sensitivity could be a clue to your natural disposition to clairaudience. A very natural way to help you develop clairaudience is for you to become aware of all the noises you encounter on a daily basis. A good technique is to try to single out and tune into one specific form of noise at a time while tuning out the rest. Focus on the birds singing or the noise of the traffic or a certain person's voice. When you do this, you are naturally sensitizing yourself to become clairaudient. Another way in which you can become sensitive to hearing is by spending regular time in silence without having any distractions from things such as television, phone, and computer. Best way to do this is meditation, but that's for anything. Meditation to develop clairaudience. Okay. Use the white light from the protection exercise. So you're going to visualize the white light in a bubble around you, protecting you. Close your eyes and focus on your breathing to help you relax. When you breathe in, imagine your aura expanding. And when you breathe out, allow any stress within you to leave. Do this several times and completely relax your body from your head to your toes. Mentally repeat the following affirmation 3 times. I am deeply relaxed, safe, and happy. You have now prepared your energy frequency. Next, allow any thoughts you have to simply enter your mind and then leave, again without trying to force any of them. By doing this, you won't give your full attention to any problems or issues you are currently experiencing. Your fears will often come to the surface when your mind is quiet, but you are going to let them float on by. As you relax more, you may start to notice different colors beginning to form within your mind's eye. This is a very subtle process and nothing that is dramatic in any way. If you don't see the colors, it doesn't matter, as the only task required of you is to relax. If you do see them, just pleasantly notice each color as it arrives and then changes into the next one. The whole process of this meditation is for you to sit in silence to help you sensitize your inner healing. Nothing is required of you. It is that easy, but at the same time, it is also very powerful, because when you do this meditation daily, you are building aura power. Stay in this relaxed state for at least 10 to 20 minutes, building up to 30 minutes daily. When you feel you are ready to finish your meditation, simply bring your awareness back into the room. Feel your weight of your body on your chair, move your fingers and toes, and then open your eyes. Have a drink of water and a light snack to help you ground your energy. The next exercise is going to help you spiritually hear the voice of your guardian angel talking to you within your intuitive mind. Okay, exercise, how to spiritually hear your guardian angel, clairaudience. Use the white light of protection. Close your eyes and settle yourself into a comfortable breathing rhythm. Begin by taking a few long and slow deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. This will help to get the energy flowing in your body. When you breathe in, imagine the aura around you expanding, and when you breathe out, feel yourself relaxing more deeply. Do this several times. Open your chakras from the base to the crown by visualizing each one as spinning around in a clockwise direction, as if you were to face the clock, and expanding. Use the color of each chakra to help you keep your focus strong. Red, orange, yellow, green, turquoise, green, blue, indigo, turquoise. Sorry, I disagree with that. It's just blue and indigo. And violet. This will only take a few minutes. It is helping you to prepare your entire aura vibration by allowing your energy. Sorry, someone just messaged. Okay, a few messages again. I'm gonna have to tell them not to. Okay. Allowing your energy to flow, expand, and energize. Next, send a mental intention to your guardian angel, asking your angel to talk to you. Start the conversation off by asking a direct question such as, "What is your name?" Or ask your guardian angel to tell you what it looks like, or to say something inspirational. Once you have asked the question, simply wait in a meditative state to help keep your energy vibration high. If you are desperate to hear from your guardian angel, your vibration will begin to drop and you will move out of the range. Pay attention to any one or two words that you may suddenly hear within your mind, remembering that they will sound like your own thoughts. For example, you may hear a specific name, or you may hear the word believe or forgive. Well done. You have just heard the voice of your guardian angel talk to you. The more that you acknowledge the subtle ways in which you hear the voice of your angel, then the stronger your clarity and spiritual hearing will become. Thank your guardian angel for this love, protection, and guidance. Now it is time to close down. Simply bring your awareness back into the room. Feel the weight of your body in your chair. Move your fingers and toes. Open your eyes. Visualize intense white light pouring into your crown chakra and traveling through the central energy column until it reaches your base chakra. The white light will help return your chakra frequencies back to their normal rates and sizes so that you will remain in a healthy, balanced state. This will only take a few minutes. Repeat the following affirmation: I am grounded, thinking about what you heard from your guardian angel. So that's clairaudient. Only a few more to go here. How to hear your angels. Sensing your angels. So sensing would be clairsentience. Okay, emotional, intuitive feelings that accompany an angelic presence. A feeling of divine love, a happy, warm feeling, a safe, secure, and protected feeling, an uplifted feeling, a healing feeling, sensing you're receiving healing energy, a deep knowing that all will be well, a balanced and calm feeling, an emotional support feeling, feeling faith, trust, and belief in that your angel is near. So clairsentience means clear sensing. This spiritual ability enables you to sense energy vibrations that emanate from angel spirits and other people and the environment. Developing your clairsentience ability will help you to become naturally sensitive to unseen energies, which is why it is important to protect your energy and to regularly do the energetic clearing exercise. You will find that you will become more empathetic and open-hearted as a natural result of your development. The reason is that clairsentience is associated with the heart chakra, And the heart chakra is associated with love, the love we have for humanity. The heart chakra is connected to the astral subtle energy body of our aura, the bridge between the higher spiritual dimensions and the material world. Therefore, when we develop our clairsentience, we will naturally help to sensitize our aura towards reaching higher spiritual vibrations so that we can begin to easily sense and feel the presence of angelic energy around us. So physical feelings and sensations that accompany an angelic presence: body heat, relaxed feeling, ruffling in your hair, tickling on your face, buzzing vibrations around your head, feeling a slight pushing or pressure sensation near you, change in the air temperature around you, feeling energized, smelling the aroma of flowers around you, and reduced pain. Just trying to get to the... Oh, this is psychometry exercise. Developing clairsentience. Natural clairsentients are those people who have a very sensitive nature to other people's needs. They will be naturally compassionate, caring, and empathetic, and the careers suited to these people often include medical, nursing, energy healing, teaching, and all other vocations that require caring nature. If you find that you become easily upset when you hear or see any disturbing news, and then you can't shake it off because the feelings you have are so overwhelming, this is a sign that you are naturally clairsentient. If you can't help feeling sorry for everybody and from worrying about them incessantly, or from focusing on everyone's problems and thinking that you need to help fix them in some way, then you are naturally clairsentient. But you are also severely out of balance. Use the grounding exercise and help regain a healthy balance in your emotional health. To help you develop and strengthen your clairsentience ability, you need to clear the energetic blocks that interfere with your heart-based feelings. A good way to connect with your heart-based feelings is to use the power of your imagination and your intuitive mind to pretend that you have already made certain changes. You can then check on how your heart really feels about them through any intuitive or physical sensations that you receive. For example, if you want to be free from your unhappy and unfulfilling relationship, but are worried that you may make a big mistake if you do leave, then you can use your imagination to pretend that you have already left. Notice how this makes you feel. Do you feel happy? Do you feel free? And know that you have made the right choice? Or do you feel sad or full of regret? This process of using your imagination is very powerful, and it can help you. It can usually help you resolve any conflicting emotions that get in the way of your real feelings. Alright, the following exercise will help you tune in. It's psychometry, which is one of Dee Maria's stronger gifts. Use the white light of protection in this exercise. Close your eyes and settle yourself into a comfortable breathing rhythm. Begin by taking a few long and slow deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. This will help to get the energy flowing in your body. When you breathe in, imagine the aura around you expanding. And when you breathe out, feel yourself relaxing more deeply. Do this several times. Excuse me. Open your chakras from the base to the crown by visualizing each one as spinning around in a clockwise direction, as if you were facing the clock, and expanding. Use the color of each chakra to help you keep your focus strong: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. This will only take a few minutes. It will help you prepare your entire aura vibration by allowing your energy flow expand and energize. Set a mental intention that you are going to tune into this particular item, jewelry, to receive information through your feelings and sensation. This can also include feeling temporary physical sensations. Hold the item of jewelry in either hand. It is a good idea to swap hands, as one can be more sensitive to energy than the other. Usually it is the left one, but the left is for receiving and the right is for giving. Usually. But over the years, and from teaching many students in this particular exercise, I've found either hand to work just as well. Study the item of jewelry so that you place your focus and awareness there. To begin, all you need to do is ask yourself the following question: how does this item of jewelry make me feel? Simply acknowledge any change in the way that you feel and write it down. Even if it seems confusing, this will help keep the energy flowing with further information, as you can slow the process or block more information from flowing when you do not consciously register your sensations. Next, use the following questions as a way to focus on the specific information to help you retrieve answers about the person who owns the jewelry. Question: What do the person's character and personality feel like? Example: you may suddenly feel happy, bubbly, calm, friendly. Simply acknowledge what you feel. Question: what does the person's health feel like? Example: you may feel tired, energized, strong, weak. Question: what do I sense about the person's job? Example: you may get a sense that she works for herself. You may sense that she works with computers. Now that you have a sense of how to focus in on specific information and the ways in which you may feel and sense energy vibrations, you may add your own questions into the mix to see what other vibes you can retrieve. You may also practice this exercise on different people to help you improve your accuracy. Repeat the visualizing technique of the light pouring into your crown, traveling through to your base chakra, and returning your energies back to normal, and stating the affirmation, I am grounded. Have a drink of water to help ground your energy. Sensing places. This one gets into sensing all different things, but I'm going to move on from that. If you guys want me to go further, I can go at another time. How to see angels. Clairsentience. You do not see with your physical eyes. You see with your inner vision, what is known as your mind's eye. The third eye chakra is the energy center that is associated with clairvoyance. The location of this energy center is found between the eyebrows in the center of the forehead within your etheric subtle body. When the third eye is activated, images and visions will appear there to be interpreted. These images and visions can be symbolic or literal in nature. Some people have clairvoyant dreams, also known as precognitive dreams, which occur when you receive premonitions of possible future events within the dream state. Clairvoyance can also be used to predict the probable future and can be naturally activated when using divination tools such as angel oracle cards. People who are naturally clairvoyant are very aware of their surroundings. They easily notice and see their finer details around them. Natural clairvoyants find it easy to daydream and also dream a lot during their sleep. The following guidelines can help you develop your natural clairvoyant ability. Practice living in the present moment so that your focus is not stuck on the past or ahead into the future. Learn to observe your surroundings, noticing as many small things as you can around you. Let your imagination run free by writing stories that include wonderful characters and adventures. Join an art class. How to distinguish between real, angelic, and not. That's pretty straightforward. Anything frightening, negative, and not of love and light is not an angel. Exercise the clairvoyant screen. Every thought and emotion that we have ever had, all knowledge and wisdom that we have acquired throughout this lifetime, including all of our past lives, will be stored as data within our unconscious mind. Whenever we use our clairvoyant ability, an image will be selected from our stored database of knowledge held within us and brought into the forefront of our mind's eye. Our guardian angel can also transfer information into our mind's eye when we ask a direct question. For this exercise, you will need to have a friend hide your keys or your cell phone within your own home. Then you can ask your guardian angel to show you where you can find them. Use the white light of protection. Center your awareness into the area of your third eye, located at the center of your forehead. Imagine turning on a light switch from within your mind's eye, and the light then shooting out of your third eye chakra. Next, close your eyes and imagine a blank screen, just like the one you would find at a movie theater, or create a blank screen, or create a blank wall or a television screen, whatever is easiest for you. This blank canvas is going to be the space where you will receive clairvoyant images. Any visions, glimpses, and images you receive can be extremely fast and fleeting, or can be clearer and last longer. Whenever you ask a question within your mind, an image or vision should appear on your screen that is either actual or symbolic, and you will then need to work it out. If you do not understand the image, you can always ask for more help to decipher it. You will then receive further images to help you. You can gain very accurate information and insight with the practice of clairvoyant technique. Let's begin. Create a blank screen within your mind. Make the following request to help attract visual images from your unconscious mind to appear to your blank screen. Dear angel, please show me where my car keys are. Wait for an image to appear. You will probably receive an accurate image other than a symbolic image. You may get an image of a certain room in your home, or your keys will be located somewhere within that room. Go into that room, and as you scan the room, ask your angel to show you where you need to look. This time, the guardian angel will transfer further images into your mind's eye to reveal the exact location. Or your guardian angel will direct your physical vision to look to a certain place. This is such a fun exercise to do, and the more fun you have, the more power your aura will have to help activate your clairvoyant vision. Close down by turning off the light switch. Thank your guardian angel for helping you, and have a drink of water. Spiritual visions. There is so much more that I can go into, but those are the main exercises that I wanted to share because I think that it was a really, really powerful exercise for me, and there's so many different ones out there, and I was literally guided to these books. So these are my recommendations. Thank you for listening to me read from a book for so long. I hope that some of the exercises will resonate with you. If you would like me to write out files for these exercises, I'd be happy to do so at a later date. I love you all. Thank you for listening to my story, and I hope you have a fantastic day. I'm getting this book, but I may have it. It's called The Power of Angels, Joanne Brocass. All right, bye.